Good afternoon. This is to Take Your Life Back Today show. This is the part 2, as promised. I promised everyone in the beginning of the show that we would bring on a regular, Gloria Jean Roberts. She will be on, and she is on right now, and I'm going to say hello, Gloria.
Hello, America.
There you go. Gloria and I, about a week ago, tried to figure out what would be like a great type of show, and we just thought about talking about wisdom and understanding and knowledge and all that. And what better way than to add God into it? And especially today, my mother, she was a spiritual person. Today's her birthday, and I want to dedicate this because she might be the 8th spirit. There are 7 spirits of God. She might be the 8th spirit of God. She might be sitting right here with us right now. So.
I believe she is.
These spirits actually all, Gloria, come from Isaiah 11:2. I'm going to do the first one, and I'll let you jump in to talk about it. And we're not going to make this all about the Bible, that's for sure. When we speak, Gloria might want to talk about wisdom and, how she uses wisdom within her own life or whatever. Whatever she wants to do. It's an open forum. Gloria, I'm so happy you're here again. And
Me too.
yeah, definitely. I'm going to talk about the first one. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. That's what it says in Isaiah 11:2. And pretty much what that is that for anyone that believes in God, and I don't want to narrow it down saying I do, Gloria does, whoever wants to believe in God will know that the Spirit of the Lord will guide them no matter what they do in life. And that's what it really is that, you don't even have to be a born-again Christian. There are a lot of people that believe in God out there that are not born-again Christian. They just believe in God because it was their upbringing. But I will tell you, Gloria, I am letting you know right up front, but I do believe that when you pray, prayers are answered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you might not get the answer right away, but you do get the answer.
Yeah, you have to have patience. So the Spirit of the Lord, if you pray, believe me, sooner or later, he'll answer. And I utilize what I call knee-mail. Every day I talk about it. When you get on your knees in the morning, get those slippers from under your bed. Just say thank you for everything you have in life. Gloria, I'm going to let you talk about wisdom. That's the second one. Why don't you tell us something, how maybe you have some sort of experience with wisdom, or you get wisdom from God, or you get wisdom from a relative. How is the wisdom involved in your life?
Well, as you know, Ralph, I'm also a Native American descent. And,
yep.
My grandmother always spoke of wisdom. She says, if your mind tells you something, and I believe God talks to us, but sometimes we don't even hear him. We just, ignore whatever he said. Like my grandmother told me a story about one time she was about to cross the street. The mind told her, don't cross the street. Go the other way. She went the other way and saved herself from being robbed by somebody.
Right.
Another person came along and went across that street and got robbed. And my grandmother's mind told her, don't go that way. She said, so I believe each day that, when I have a mind to do something or not to do something, I believe that's either God talking to me or the spirit of wisdom. Because I'll just take a different route, or I'll do something differently. But in the past, a lot of times I didn't always listen. And it was just like the day I got hit by a car. Somebody told me, why don't you stay in and clean the house, then walk the dog. And I told myself, that's ridiculous. Let me just go over and do it. And I just grabbed the dogs, went out that January 2nd morning, and headed up my street, and this guy came along and hit me out of nowhere. And if I'd listened to it, that voice, I would have did what it told me, and maybe avoided it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So sometimes we don't always listen. In fact, my coworker, she was telling me, Rachel, that she got all dressed up for Halloween. They were all going to go out someplace. But she said her mind didn't lead her to go anywhere. Stay in. The voice said, Rachel, you're in the house. Don't go out. So she said they went downstairs to the downstairs party. But she just believed that if she'd not listened, maybe something would have happened.
Exactly. And you know what? Although today is my mother's birthday and today's kind of hard day. I will tell you this. I, myself, my wife, and a lot of other people always told my mother, and I'm just saying this because you just talked about crossing the street, we've always warned her about the Shirley area. For anyone that's out there that knows William Floyd Parkway in Shirley, not that she was hit on that parkway, but she was hit off that parkway. No matter how much a person thinks that they have wisdom sometimes, no matter how much, because my mother said she's got it covered. She always assured us. It goes to show you that when God, and not just when, but knowingly that God has a day for all of us, I don't think that God purposely wanted her to go the way she did, but I think God knew it was her day. Matter of fact, I know that was her day to go. Maybe not in that gruesome manner, but which leads me to the spirit of understanding, because more and more as time goes by, Gloria, as you probably know, I'm sure you have been hurt in life. I know I've been hurt many a times, but time does, time does heal. And I think the more I dig into why this happened to my mother and how this happened to my mother, or how maybe, other things happen in the world, I try to understand. And, this whole thing with the political rupture that's happened because of the elections, I think it's become it's a little out of control, because we need to understand each other and try to deal with. We're united together, and one of the spirits is understanding. We need to understand that if you voted for Hillary or if you voted for Trump, that was your choice. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a good person. It makes you a person that has a right to make that decision. And there are some people on Facebook, and Gloria, your friends also, with some of the people that I'm talking about, that are being bombarded because they voiced their own opinion about a certain candidate, and they're being bombarded, insulted, and it's out of control. That's where understanding comes in hand. I need to understand why they're doing it, but I don't condone why they're doing it, because it's out of control.
Yeah, I don't condone why everybody takes nasty attitudes toward, who anyone voted for. I've never rude to anyone. What I will say to people, that the way life as you knew it will change, because it's not so much that it's Donald Trump, but it's the fact that he has a lot of supporters that are hateful, and they're evil and vindictive, and they want to cause harm to others. And they think that it's the hateful because he's in office. It's a ticket for them to be cruel to people. And that's the part that I don't like.
Right, and we need to call on Donald Trump to control this, because he's supposed to represent the best of the best in the White House. And he needs to set an example, and we will not tolerate people of color, people of gender, people of sexual preferences to be out there being victims, because there are certain people that supported Donald Trump that are just going out there bashing people. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say, I will not say who I voted for, but I can assure you that I voted from my heart.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if who you vote for. It's not. And people vote for improvements, for things to change. They don't go out to vote so people can go out and bash people and beat people up because they're different race, or because they're wearing a certain garment on their body, or because they're from someplace else. And then this is what's going on. And it's a sad situation. And people seem to think that Donald Trump wants them to go out and harm people because they're from a different country, or because they're or because they look a different color, or because they're a different race, or because they're gay, or transgender, and that is that's not his message. But when he ran his campaign, he ran it off of, and I hate to say, he ran it off of hate, by telling people build a wall, put the Mexicans over.
Well, he did. Yeah, and Obama said it best yesterday during campaigning. A lot of people say things, including Obama even admitted he said things and he did things during campaigning because your objective is to win. But now it's the time to heal and to backtrack on some of the rhetoric that he had brought. And it's only up to him. But the purpose of this is that the spirit of understanding is he needs to understand, I need to understand, you need to we all need to understand that it is what it is now, and we need to somehow coexist together without violence, coexist together without anything. And this is actually going to lead to the next one, and if you want to talk about it, you certainly can. I will just say this, the spirit of counsel, my counsel, each and every day is when I pray. So I'm going to let you talk about spirit of counsel. That could be when you talk to whoever. You understand what the word counsel means.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So the spirit of counsel, and I'm going to let Gloria talk about it.
Well, if it means like talking to Buddha or talking to God or to Allah or to whatever spiritual being that you look up toward, the main thing people should ask is, why is all this confusion? Help me understand, because I don't.
Right. Exactly. And that's the purpose. Exactly. You hit it right on the head. It's for you to understand. It's to get that counseling, whether it's from, like you said, from God, it could be from Buddha, it could be from Howdy Doody. Whatever whatever you seek your counsel from. And that's my problem with this whole thing that I see on Facebook, is that people are not respecting other people's beliefs or what they do in life. They feel it's only their way, or it's not correct. And it's so incorrect, and it's not God's way, and it's certainly not the spirit of counsel, understanding, wisdom, or the Lord's way. But the spirit of might, which is number 5, is so important on this one, because that is the problem. There are people out there that are using the might, in other words, the might of the mouth, the might of physical harm, the might of insulting people. We need to get the spirit of might under control. We need to control ourselves. We need to control how we speak to others and how we react to others, because I foresee that if this America that I know so well, and you know, Gloria, doesn't get in check, possibly could lead to a civil war again. Don't you agree?
Yes, I was actually talking about that with a friend. I attend the synagogue on Fridays, and I go to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother, she also, her father was part Jewish too. The thing about it is that, it could turn into a civil war between good and evil.
Exactly.
I mean, before it was a civil war between the South and the North. I don't believe it's that anymore. I believe it's going to be a civil war against good and evil, because you have people out there disrespecting a minority, disrespecting. See, I never ever say when I'm on any social medium or any radio or TV program about colors of skin, but I will say people of color or minorities, and people that are from immigrants and people that are LGBT are being attacked right now in different locations, different places. Just the other day, an Arab young lady got her hijab pulled off her head and was told to go back to her country. A Hispanic young man in class was told to go over the wall, and a young man of color was told to know his place in life. Now that Donald Trump is president, you will know your place. So what does that tell you? And the thing is that I guess Donald Trump ran his campaign in order to get a lot of voters, but it's almost like he dug up the darkest people from the bowels of hell.
Well, that's the way I
feel.
Yeah, well, that is true, and the thing with might is that there's the right way of using your might and the wrong way. If you have a difference with a person, discuss it in a civil matter, or just don't discuss it at all and live your life. Let the person that you feel, not necessarily that that person's different, but you feel that person is different because you think your way is the only way, then just walk past that person, wish him a great day, and move on. You don't need to insult.
That's the way to do it.
You're right.
That's the way to do it.
No reason to insult and throw bad words. And you know, let's face it, Gloria, we're all immigrants. No matter which way you look at it, we're all immigrants.
Oh, absolutely. My father came from Sicily. My mother was American. Yes, she's Native American, but my dad came from someplace else.
Right, exactly.
He wasn't American.
Right. And you know what? My recommendation to my audience is, which goes right into number 6, Spirit of Knowledge. And I use this, and it's a really important book for all my knowledge. It's the book of the Bible. And everything, 1 through 10, the 10 Commandments, gives you everything you need, and those 10 Commandments, to live your life in a way that God wants you to live. And if you could just abide by those 10 Commandments, which is knowledge that was given to you by God, the knowledge will see you through life. And nowhere does it say in the 10 Commandments anything about insulting a person's color, their gender, their sexual preference. If they're rich, they're poor, they're Republican, they're Democrat. It doesn't have that in the 10 Commandments. Live by the 10 Commandments, and you will live a healthy, mind-wise life. And, you know, it's knowledge. It's right there in that book. And if you're not a Christian and you don't believe in God, then you know what? Come up with your own commandments. Put it on your refrigerator. What I will not do each and every day, what I will do, and stick by those commandments, because life as it is right now, the way it's going, for Gloria and I, we're both in our 50s. For us, we maybe have another 30 years, 35 years. But for our children, our grandchildren, we are setting the precedence of the future for them with our irresponsible rhetoric that's out there. And I feel bad for children and grandchildren, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You know what's sad is that the nation can never heal. The world can never heal if people would stop teaching the little kids hate. Do not teach them your hate. Let them love. Because that is the only way we can stop our hate, is that every child knows love and not hate. If you don't know hate, you will never, ever hate anybody.
Exactly.
But,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's like teach your children. Like the father, of the marriage, teach your children.
Right. And you know what? This is the big one, number 7. Fear of the Lord. I don't care who you are. You don't have to believe in God. I hope you do. But I'm telling you right now, you better fear the Spirit of the Lord, because God one day will, it's almost like an interview for a job. You'll be standing in front of Him, and He's going to see your whole life and see how you reacted towards other people. Maybe they don't look like you. Maybe they aren't like you. But you'll be judged. So if you don't think that you need to fear the Spirit of the Lord, you're dead wrong. And it doesn't matter if you don't believe in God. It could be you know, the Quran. It could that there's something you should fear equivalent to the Lord, right?
Yeah, even if it's Moses.
Yeah, but you if you're walking through life, Gloria, with no fear, just doing what you want, hitting people, cursing at people, what type of life is that, and where do you think you're...
You know, and it's not even about... Yes, it's about God. It's about God, but, you know, how do you feel? What about yourself? How does that make you feel knowing you went out that day and you just like desecrated on people? You were rude to people. You were nasty to people. What's wrong with you, the person? You know, I mean, what's wrong with the person that's actually doing that?
Exactly.
You know, even if they don't believe in God or anything, believe that you're hurting people, and there's something wrong with you. That's a sickness. It's a sickness.
It is.
Hate is a sickness.
It is, and you know what? I've been very hurt by what I've been reading on Facebook, to the point where I don't even want to read it anymore. But I will just say that it's the 7 spirits of God. folks, whether you believe in God or not, just use the words that are in the seven spirits. The one, wisdom. Get your wisdom. One is understanding. Start understanding each other. Seek counsel, whether it's a relative or God, like I do. And watch your might. Don't throw stones at other people. Put yourself in their shoes for 1 minute and see if you would want to be judged. And knowledge, get your knowledge from somewhere, and then definitely fear something, whether it's the Lord or not. Fear something. Gloria, I'm going to let you do the closing on this show because we're up to 20 minutes already. And yeah, if there's anything you want to talk about for about a minute or so, go ahead and do it. It's on you.
There was something I wanted to get back to you about when you were talking about Mom. I call Ralph Mom my mom too. Because I feel like he's a brother of mine. Just we've been friends. But when you were saying everybody in the family would tell Mom about that particular road, and she said she had it. God wasn't giving her that wisdom that all those times. He was passing that wisdom on to you guys. Sometimes it's good to listen to others too, because if someone is telling you warning you about something, that's God talking to that person because maybe he couldn't get through you. It's like email and telephone. And, if you can't get through to somebody by phone, you're going to email. Well, that's what God did. Every time he spoke to Mom, she just said, I got it. And you guys were the ones you sent the message to. Yeah. And, that's how it is. See, that wisdom don't always come from us. It comes within us. It comes within other people.
You know what? And that dreaded day, my wife and I, for about a year, 2 years, every time we heard somebody got hit, first person we thought about was my mother. Never in my wildest dream would I ever have thought it actually would be her. But I know she's in a better place. I know she's in the arms of Jesus, like her headstone says. And Gloria, I want to thank you for doing this because, especially on my mother's birthday, this certainly meant a lot. And you and I, we're going to be seeing each other on Saturday at the in Manhattan again for a shooting of the show, and we'll certainly talk more then. And I really appreciate you talking not just about the spirit of God, the spirits of God, but also to bring my mother into the mix of things. And I certainly appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Ralph. And I want Mom a happy birthday in heaven. Because I know she's making all the angels up there happy.
Oh, yes, she is. When you get a minute, just go on Facebook and see the video that I uploaded that I actually played at her wake, okay?
I will watch that.
All right. Gloria Jean Roberts, thank you so much. We'll be doing another show real soon again. Gloria, I will see you Saturday. And thank you so much for the call in today, okay?
Oh, you're welcome, Ralph. It's been a pleasure.
All right, bye.
I'll see you on Saturday.
All right, Gloria. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. That was Gloria Jean Roberts, the seven spirits of God. Stick to those. Stick to the 10 Commandments, and your life will change. And may God bless you.